side will start up front for Ufuk Tele's side. A couple of experienced players on the bench, should they need them as well for the Wellington Phoenix tonight. Joining me in commentary is Nick Tolios. Nick, great to have you along, and a perfect night for football.
Fantastic night for football, Zappers, and the ground's in amazing condition, and hopefully we're in for a blockbuster.
Yeah, good to see some of the Western United supporters in the sunshine tonight on the outer grandstand. Of course, Wellington Phoenix just travelled to Victoria yesterday from their base in New South Wales. They've been based in Wollongong and away from home for a long, long time. And Western United will be back here in the round of 32 FFA Cup contest. And Western United get us away with Jerry Skatadis the first touch. And great to see some of these young players getting an opportunity tonight for both sides. Daniel DiFrancesco lines up for Western United tonight at right back. Looks like they're starting with a back four with Topo Stanley in the middle. And Ben Collins, who you know a little bit about, who's played a lot of NPL football as the other centre-back.
He has. He's come out of Northcote. I think he's got a great opportunity for him tonight. Look, he's a strong boy, works really hard, and it'll be a good opportunity for him next to Topo Stanley.
Delabor Markovic, another player who has got A-League experience before coming to Western United. Melbourne Victory fans would remember him. He made his debut last season for Melbourne Victory and was poached by Western United. Had limited opportunities at the start of this season. Here's DiFrancesco. Wellington yet to touch the ball. Western United doing well to keep it early doors.
Keeping their shape really well at the moment there. Wellington Phoenix don't want to get beat centrally.
Here's Jerry Skatadis to DiFrancesco. A little bit heavy on his first touch there, DiFrancesco, and it allows Wellington to turn the ball over. Ben Old came in with the challenge and gives away the throw-in.
Interesting to see Dylan Perez playing as a striker through the middle tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes there. We know he's got loads of pace, Zappers, and he can definitely hurt teams in transition.
Yeah, we saw him play in that role with Mark Redan last season. We played him in different positions, but there were times when we saw him come on as the central striker and did score goals last year in that position. Of course, Western United at the moment have Alexander Perez as their number 9. He's out injured at the moment. Not sure how long he'll be out for. They're expecting him back in the next week or so. We've seen Dylan Wenzel-Halls do a fantastic job in the last couple of weeks and really taking his opportunity in the last 2 games, scoring on both occasions.
Especially last week, the finish, I thought it was a great finish. Took his chance, like you said. He's got a point to prove coming down from Brisbane, so...
Yeah, perhaps John Aloisi just looking at Dylan Perez tonight and thinking about him as an option, as a number 9, if Alexander Perez is out for an extended period of time. Here's Topple Stanley. He plays it out to Markovic. We're in no rush to go forward. They move it side to side. Now Topple Stanley plays that positive pass forward. Bayou came on as a sub last weekend. Good to see Christian Theoharis make his first appearance in a Western United jersey out on the far side, playing on the left wing tonight. Melbourne Victory fans would also remember him. Geez, he was one of those players, Nick, whenever he came on for Melbourne Victory, he did look something special.
He did. He's got loads of pace, got a good feet. It will be interesting to see how he goes tonight.
Here's Theoharis, yeah, his first touch, and he delivers a terrific pass. Unfortunately, Bayou couldn't control it. Yeah, just explosive pace, can run with the ball and dribble and take players on, and we don't see a lot of that in the A-League, do we?
No, not at the moment. Look, it'll be a very big chance for him to try and show John what he can do. Obviously, getting his opportunity tonight, I think he's going to be someone that Louis Fenton's got to be careful of and pay close attention, because that left-hand side for Western United at the moment is very strong.
Yeah, he signed with Melbourne Victory and then was given an opportunity in Germany. Spent a couple of seasons there and couldn't break in, and decided to come back to Australia and get some senior football under his belt. A lot of question marks over his fitness levels, and good to see him back now, ready to take on an A-League season. Wellington Phoenix more than happy just to sit off the ball at the moment and allow Western United to come at them. This is Luke Duzel, who we saw last season. Nice movement through the middle now. Theoharis. That trademark run we became accustomed to seeing in his time at Melbourne Victory. Good bowling for Perez, and it's a terrific save in the end. Ollie Sale, another chance here, Theoharis. And the shot blocked. A terrific opportunity, the first of the evening. And Dylan Perez found himself in great space, Nick.
Well, they did really well there. Again, Theoharis coming through the middle, breaking their first line, and then a great ball out wide to then find Perez in the middle of the box, and great save there by Sale.
Here's Theoharis again, already showing us what he can do. Christian Theoharis. Terrific footwork, spills, a chance for Bayou. He shoots and it's blocked. And Wellington scrambling in the first few minutes here. Some terrific opportunities for John Aloisi's side.
Well, they've done well. They're taking there. Haven't given Phoenix any opportunity to settle there. So again, can they capitalise now in the last couple of minutes with the pressure they put on them?
Here's Di Francesco.
Two great opportunities again, starting with Theoharis, so good signs for them.
Di Francesco spent some time in Italy and getting his opportunity through the youth team. Speaks fluent Italian. You might know his dad. He's the owner of a very famous pizza restaurant here in Melbourne, Johnny Di Francesco.
No, I've never heard of it, Zappers.
400 Gradi, you would have heard of that one.
Oh, yeah, that one, yes.
Yeah, so there's a free pizza for you next time you head down there. But great to see him getting an opportunity, the young boy. He told me that he and Diamanti love a chat in Italian, two fluent Italian speakers at the club. Here's Bayou. Skatadis. Bayou wins it back. Only momentarily though. Now Wellington with an opportunity to get forward. Ben Old couldn't get through. And, big cheerio to all Wellington Phoenix fans who are watching via YouTube tonight. I know there are plenty tuning in to this broadcast.
A few in the grandstand as well there.
Yeah, good to see the Victorian-based Wellington Phoenix fans here at GMHBA Stadium as well.
This is the first time Wellington could put their foot on the ball and just slow it down. A good passage there for Western United.
Yeah, lively start to this round of 32 FFA Cup contest. Wellington Phoenix only one win in the FFA Cup competition over the years.
Great ball out of there.
Looking for Perez. Just too long.
Well read there by Sale, playing a high line there for that reason, knowing how Perez has got his speed. Anything over the top, he's going to sweep it up.
This is Finn Suman, who's playing at centre-back alongside Matt Bozanovsky. Clayton Lewis and Nicholas Pennington playing in the midfield tonight. Here's Pennington now on the ball.
Another one who spent some time in Italy.
Yeah, continuing the Italian flavour. Pennington, born in Rome, and spent some time in Cagliari in the youth system there. Picked up by Ufuk Talay. Now, if you're going to play professional football in Italy, Cagliari is one place you'd want to be based.
Fantastic.
Sardinia.
Sardinia, yeah.
Here's Wellington now with their first opportunity for the evening. Well, shifted onto the left-hand side, and the shot from Oscar Van Huttem just wide of the mark, but that was a promising build-up.
Very good. Youngster's done well there. Created half a yard for himself. Nice little cut back, and lucky not to test Scotty there.
Plenty of room in the midfield for United to work it forward. Markovic plays a sharp ball inside. Now Theoharis has an opportunity to run at the fences as well. That's where he's most dangerous. Markovic continues his run. Promising again. Played back. Central ball looking for Perez and Bayou, but Wellington had the numbers.
At the overload there on the left-hand side, I thought Markovic should have gotten the ball in. There's an opportunity wasted there for Western United, but again, that left-hand side's causing Wellington Phoenix some problems.
Yeah, promising sides from Western United, and John Aloisi will be liking what he's seeing at the moment, especially from Markovic and Theoharis down that left-hand side. Wolf looking for Ben Old. Couldn't retain possession. So Ben Collins plays it out, and Topple Stanley gets it moving there. Looking at every opportunity to get the ball moving quickly, Western United. Here's Theoharis again from Markovic.
It's definitely what you don't want as Wellington Phoenix, having this young man run at you.
Looks so confident on the ball, Christian Theoharis, doesn't he?
And he looks fit. Like you said, Zappers, that's one thing that was letting him down, but good to see that he's looking fit and needs to take this opportunity now. I think he could have a big season with Western United.
Connor Payne is the one that's starting at the moment on the left-hand side in the A-League squad. Theoharis will be just reminding Connor Payne he's got a bit of competition if he can get some game time under his belt.
That's what John would want, Aloisi, having competition in every spot. Connor Payne's had a great couple of seasons. Moving across here to Western United, so again, it's great, good experience and good players around. Harris definitely can learn off these boys.
Topple Stanley sprays one out, looking for Bayou. couldn't quite find the range. But deflection means it will be a throw-in for Di Francesco. Nice movement of the ball. Di Francesco moves it inside. Dylan Perez takes a deflection. That'll be a corner kick for Western United. A great move again. This time started by the debutant, Daniel Di Francesco.
Yeah, Western United's definitely started the stronger. Not these young boys not being afraid to run at their defenders and creating opportunities. Again, Dylan Perez, again, getting in behind. Deflection. Almost causing Wellington Phoenix some more problems, so...
Luke Dizelle with the delivery to the far post. Topple Stanley is there. And his header is just over. Tipped over, perhaps, by Ollie Sale. We'll credit the goalkeeper with a save there.
Yeah, he did. Tipped it onto the bar. Another opportunity.
Well worked by Dizelle. Great delivery to the far post. Topple Stanley strong in the air. We've seen him over the years. Goes into a similar position. This time it was Collins challenging for it. Markovic will try and bend it around to the far post. It finds Dizelle. I think it might have been intended for this man, Dylan Perez. He's got it now for Di Francesco. Whips it into the near post. Collins. Ball in dispute. Di Francesco tries to win it. Falls for Bayou. Cuts it inside. Adju Bayou now for Western United. Wellington managed to clear it. Wasn't decisive enough with that ball into the 18-yard box, Bayou.
Wellington did well to get out of there, get under pressure. Needed this break.
Wozinovski. You often see a player loaned out to another club, but Matt Wozinovski was signed by Melbourne Victory at the start of this season and then loaned out to the Wellington Phoenix.
Tell you what, Victory will be happy if he's getting game time, giving the youngster an opportunity, get some minutes.
Well, Brendan Hamill went down on the weekend. I'm not sure whether
I want him back, yeah.
whether Tony Popovic would be too happy to see him out there tonight. Perhaps he might need some reinforcement in that position. Matt Sporanovic, of course, is back at the club and played last week in the FFA Cup, played 69 minutes. Wasn't used on the weekend, but I'd be surprised if Matt Sporanovic didn't play on Saturday for Melbourne Victory against Adelaide United.
Yeah, not a bad inclusion there for Victory. Experience, great to see him back.
Here he is, Wozinovski on the ball, back to Sale. Ollie Sale already called into action a couple of times tonight. Has had to make a couple of pretty sharp saves. One from the corner we just saw, Topple Stanley, and the other from a shot from Dylan Perez.
He's a lot better here from Phoenix, moving the ball around.
Finn Suman it was, who sprayed it out to the right-hand side. Ball with him again now. Wozinovski, short one. And they move it out again to that right-hand side. Louis Fenton, who we've seen in the A-League. Unsure there, Ryan Scott just decided to punch it when he probably could have taken that cleanly. Luckily, there were plenty of green and black shirts there for him.
Might have gotten the call just to tip it away, just to make sure. Don't want to be conceding.
And that's well won in the middle of the park there by Clayton Lewis. Now Luca Perso, we've seen, of course, the Newcastle Jets last season. Previous campaigns, of course, a player with great talent.
Great seeing a lot of youngsters getting opportunities in this game tonight. Zappers. Wellington changing it up a little bit, pressing high now.
Yeah, nice big press putting Western United under pressure there, and it does come to fruition. A great chance here. The ball cut back. Did it go over the line? It did. And that was a good run by Ben Old on the left-hand side. Wins the corner kick for Wellington.
Wellington Phoenix did really well there. Nice high block. Made it really hard for Western United to get out, and got an opportunity here now from the set piece.
Western United supporters making their love known for Ryan Scott. They need to do some work here. The header goes away. And Wellington will get another opportunity to whip it in. Lewis.
Western United got some numbers around the ball. It's a waste there by Wellington Phoenix.
Yeah, Pennington played it and it was well off the mark.
Interesting to see if Western United go again, playing out.
Yeah, Wellington pressing once again. United sticking to their plan of trying to play the ball out. They squeeze it out this time through Topple Stanley into the middle of the park. Thea Harris comes inside this time. Oh, it's a dangerous ball. He was looking for Di Francesco, the square ball. Di Francesco tries to commit the foul. He succeeds in stopping the play. That was a risky one from Thea Harris.
Yeah, square ball there, always costly. Coach killers those ones, especially the way that Phoenix is set up. They're looking to hit him on transition. Francesco did well, slow it down, got away with a warning, which is good.
Bozanovsky and Finn Suman exchanging passes. Sharp ball out to the right-hand side, just kept in play. Fenton, one of the more experienced players, lining up tonight for Wellington on the right-hand side. Bozanovsky's pass put his teammate under plenty of pressure, and it's turned over. Adubayu. Curtis Mogg couldn't control it. Here's Dylan Perez.
Wellington got their numbers back behind the ball.
Nice ball by Bayu for Skitadis. Can he find a way through here? Jerry Skitadis, he'll win the corner. Good defending by Wellington, but nice idea from Western United as well.
Skitadis didn't give it up, won his team a corner. Thought his touch was a little bit heavy, but got away with it. Again, at the moment, Western United, from every set piece, have looked dangerous, so let's see if they can get on the end of this.
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast of the round of 32 clash of the FFA Cup. Western United v Wellington Phoenix from GMHBA Stadium in Geelong. Ball to the far post, looking for Topple Stanley again. Wellington managed to clear it this time without too much trouble. Only as far as Collins. Was there a handball there? Came off his leg and into the hand. Play on, said the referee.
Ball to hand, I don't think that's...
That's why he was allowed to play on.
Play on, yeah. Both centre-halves did really well. John Eloise would be happy. Straight from the corner, got back into position, got into shape nice and quickly and won the ball back. So good signs there from Western United, disciplined side. Get up.
Beautiful night for football here in Geelong. Midweek action. Western United playing several home games here in the Isuzu Ute A-League this season, including one this weekend.
Jack Morgan again giving another warning. I don't mind that, letting things go. Not going to his cards nice and early, so...
No yellow cards to speak of as yet.
Get up! Get up!
Wellington facing the Newcastle Jets on Friday night in the Isuzu Ute A-League, and then it's Western United back here on Saturday against the Brisbane Roar. Ollie Sale comes off his line. That's dangerous. It was almost disastrous, not dangerous for Ollie Sale. We saw a goalkeeping howler here at Cardinia Park in the playoff game where the Newcastle Jets keeper Jack Duncan handed the game to Western United, and it almost happened again.
Again, Sale, again sweeping, knowing that Perez, he's got his pace and get behind it. I think he just slipped at the final moment. Lucky that long reach got the ball back, but Dylan was unlucky there.
What is it about this venue and goalkeepers?
Here's Curtis. A lot quicker than he thought there, didn't it?
Curtis Mogg couldn't find the pass for Wellington, making his debut tonight. Played with the reserves team. He's only just come over with the squad in the last week.
Great ball.
Topple Stanley is confident, isn't he, playing it out of the back? Great experience from Nikolai Topple Stanley. He's been a fixture of the A-League, well, since day one almost.
Not afraid to play that forward pass, but beat that first press. So those passes into midfield very important for Western United because they are breaking them down, and as soon as they get it out into the middle, they're looking out wide, looking for runners.
Duzel back to Collins, tries to release it quickly for Theoharis. Can he keep the ball in? He can. He's got some work to do here against Luis Fenton. Not much support for Theoharis. Does well to find the pass. This is a terrific build-up for Western United. Skatardis plays it back out to Theoharis. The fancy footwork. Couldn't find the cross though. Di Francesco won't keep it in. Another opportunity. Western United.
See the supporters getting behind Theoharis there. One-on-one. His trickery, like you said early on, Zappers. It's exciting to see.
Here's Di Francesco with the header. And a foul this time awarded to Wellington. Lewis looking to move things quickly. Mogg. Now out to Suman. Now Bozanovsky finds his range this time. Great pass to Mogg. A terrific ball. This is a great build-up. The cutback from Ben Old. Intercepted.
Ball started from a great ball there by the centre half.
Nice composure from Di Francesco. And then Collins plays it out to Markovic. Theoharis was aware of the danger, did well to hold up the ball.
Western United's a chance now to slow it down a little bit.
Here's Topple Stanley. He's been terrific in the early stages. Breaks down. Just some defensive work to do here. They're caught in two minds there, the Phoenix.
Yeah, didn't want to go back to his keeper, put Sale under pressure. Did the right thing as a defender when in doubt. Clear lines.
Nicholas Pennington.
Get up.
Well organised, the Wellington Phoenix, waiting for Western United's next move. It's like a tactical chess match at the moment. Here they go now. They've got a chance to counter. Ben Wayne tries to release it early for Old. He couldn't find his range.
Ball's gone out again. Western United. Got to be careful there. Don't want to give up. Give an opportunity to hit them in transition. They are set up that way. They had numbers streaming forward, just that final pass let them down.
You saw when they turned over the ball, the 4 Wellington players ready to go.
Correct.
Here's Adu Bayu. Nice switch of play by Duzel. Markovic couldn't control it. All square as we approach the half-hour mark here in this round of 32 contest of the FFA Cup. Of course, the winner, if you just joined us, plays Avondale for a spot in the quarterfinals. That game on next Tuesday night. You can catch that on the screens of 10 Play this time next week. Avondale defeating Hume City in the Victorian Cup final, the Doherty Cup, on the weekend. So they're match hardened, full of confidence. And they've been one of Victoria's most consistent and best performed teams over the last few seasons. Nick Tolios, you'd know that, coaching against them.
No, they have been. They've been very strong. So, you know, Zoran Markovic's done really well with the team. He's kept most of the boys together over the last 3 seasons. Had a good start last year. Unfortunately, everything slowed down with COVID and we couldn't finish off the season. But yeah, extremely organised side, very physical side. They know each other's game really well. So again, it's going to be a tough ask, whichever team gets through tonight, because they'll be definitely up for it. They won't be sitting back.
Yeah, great strength and composure shown by Theoharis there, and then turned and released. Here's Bayu. Just trying to do too much there. One step over too many. Here's Ben Collins. Finds a terrific pass. Collins. Great opportunity here. The ball just couldn't find the target, Nicholas Milanovic. He had plenty of time to size up his opportunities too.
Find something. Yeah, one thing that Western United have done, have got the ball out wide in good areas. It's just that final ball. They either haven't got the numbers in the box or they're taking that extra touch. If they get something in a little bit earlier, I reckon they can cause Wellington Phoenix some problems.
Wellington managed to keep the ball in play. Perso. Old. Terrific run. He wants the penalty. He won't get it. Jack Morgan was in a great position and immediately waved up the arms and said, no, play on.
Well defended there by Ben Collins and Daniel Di Francesco. Extremely well. Kept their feet, didn't dive in. Forced the error. Ben Old has been the most lively for Phoenix to break down. He's cut in behind a few times there.
More FFA Cup action on tonight, of course. You can stay up to date here on 10 Play. Apia Leichhardt in action. We'll stay with play here as Milanovic gets forward for Western United. Does he keep the ball in? He does. Bayu. Now Di Francesco. Just a bit heavy with that cross. Theoharis forced to scramble. And Wellington go for the safety first option and boot the ball into the grandstand, which is a long way here at GMHBA Stadium. Here, the other match in action tonight sees Apia Leichhardt up against Western Sydney, and it is Apia with the advantage in that one, 1-0.
Fantastic there.
Romero, the goal scorer, as they tick over just the 31-minute mark as well. So the game's being played simultaneously. We'll keep you up to date with the action from that one as well. Both live streams, both live streams available on 10 Play. We haven't seen an NPL club knock off an A-League club so far this competition. It has happened many times in the past.
Yes.
Bentley Greens, of course, famously have done it on several occasions.
Yes, with Johnny A at the helm. He's here tonight. Western United. Green Gully with Arthur Pappas. He's done that as well with that extraordinary goal by Boland.
Yeah, Luke Boland scoring that game, famously called by the late, great Mike Cockrell.
Correct.
Terrific switch of play again from Western United. It's one thing they've done well. Duzel was the one that time. This is Theoharis running at the defence once again. This time running into a dead end, Christian Theoharis. Markovic couldn't follow it up. Now well worked out by the Phoenix. Oh, just behind.
Got it back again.
Try again to win it. So Jack Morgan's picked out a foul there. Pennington asking, what was that for?
Hard to see what that was for there.
Yeah, I didn't pick it. Some of the Knicks players, Anulfik Tale, certainly having a word to the fourth official as well. Ollie Sale this time smartly off his line and read that one well.
Get up! Get up! Get up!
Here's Bozanovsky. Ben Old playing it back to the centre back. Now Pennington. Bozanovsky, a short one again to Mogg. Inside for Pennington. A switch play. Some good build up. Fenton. Ben Wayne is there and he scores the opener. A terrific build up by the Wellington Phoenix, and the young striker executes brilliantly with the header. Wellington take the lead.
What a great delivery in there by Fenton, but the build up, the patience there shown by Wellington Phoenix, moving it from one side to the other to get the ball out to Fenton. And again, he's done extremely well with that delivery. Pinpoint cross into the box, and what a great header. Ryan Scott had no chance there. Fantastic cross.
And we saw two of the experienced players, if you can call a player who's under the age of 23 who played at the Olympic Games experienced. He is in this lineup. Ben Wayne, we saw him burst on the scene last season in the A-League, scoring goals for the Wellington Phoenix, and he's done it tonight in the FFA Cup. Louis Fenton as well with a terrific delivery. Difficult to defend against, and they haven't had a lot of the ball, but they've got the advantage.
Just picked it. Great delivery. Saw it coming in, and great leap. Got above Ben Collins there. He'd be disappointed. Didn't have a chance to attack the ball, but don't take anything away from that header. Textbook header in the corner. Pace. So well played there by Wellington Phoenix, but the patience shown was great.
Yeah, they moved it around. It started with Bozanovsky, who played it to Mogg, then Mogg inside for Lewis, and then Lewis with the switch, and really opened up Western United on that occasion. Their first real chance of the evening. Wellington, that's all it takes.
That's why we love this game, Zappers. We're dominating for 30 minutes and then a sucker punch going the other way. So, again, we talked about it. Wellington Phoenix were looking at doing that. It wasn't in transition. This time they had the patience. They had the ball, moved it around and created a great opening, and they've taken it, like you said.
Here's Theoharis, who's seen plenty of the ball in the first half. His cross deflected. It'll be another corner kick for Western United. Can they find a response? They've come close from this situation with Topo Stanley forcing a terrific save off Oliver Sale earlier in the half.
Looks like Fenton must have copped that in the face.
So a bit of blood coming from Lewis Fenton there. Jack Morgan calling the trainers out to attend to that.
Fortunately, he might have to come off, especially now in the corner. Wellington Phoenix wouldn't be happy with this.
There it is. Whack. Straight in the snout, I reckon.
Yep.
That'll hurt.
Fortelle's having a word now with the fourth official. I don't think he's happy being a man down at this set piece.
Short corner taken. Theoharis tries the fancy footwork again. Maintains possession. Now the ball played. Sale comes. Punches it away. Collins. Skatatis tries to chip the keeper. Saw what he was trying to do. It was a difficult one from there.
Wasted opportunity with that delivery into the box. The likes of Stanley at the back post on his own. Need to make that count.
Yeah, the degree of difficulty there from Jerry Skatatis probably wouldn't be happy, John Aloisi, with that option. Collins, under pressure, does well to win the throw-in. Di Francesco making his debut tonight. Now Wellington trying to muscle their way through the midfield. Topo Stanley did really well.
As did Dizelle. Great feet, composed. Very calm on the ball. Just glides when he's got it.
Oscar Van Hattem found a brick wall in Nikolai Topo Stanley on that occasion.
Both players hungry for the ball. Didn't pull out. That's what you want to see.
Well, it's been a good start to John Aloisi's reign as Western United manager. Big upset win on the weekend against Melbourne City.
Great win for them.
Not many people would have predicted that one.
No. I can tell you I didn't.
Yeah. But it was well executed. It was a great game of football. Both teams played some high-tempo stuff. And Western United just executed the better of the two on the evening. Here's another chance now for Wellington. Down the same side from where they scored. Western do clear it, but Leo Lacroix, the centre half for Western United, won our Isuzu Ute Man of the Match that night. He was outstanding. It was a dominant performance, as from a centre half I've seen in many a year.
He's been fantastic since the games that I've seen him so far this year. He's got pace, he's got size about him, reads the game really well. Really great acquisition there for Western United.
Being rested this evening, the former Swiss international.
But I thought their game plan worked. They defended really well as a unit. Made it really hard for Melbourne City to break them down.
There's the free kick. Quickly taken. Topo Stanley with the header away.
Probably the inexperience there by Dizelle. Doesn't need to give it. He's not going anywhere to give away a free kick, especially at the 41st minute. Just puts his team under pressure just before half time, which you don't want to do. See the wind's picked up as well, going the direction of Wellington's goal.
Jack Morgan using the opportunity to get the spray out. I think it's the first time we've seen the spray tonight. Just marking the spot for both kick taker and the wall. The one-man wall whipped in by Lewis. And that's an easy one. Too close to Ryan Scott.
He's looking to move it on quickly. They know they've got a couple of minutes before half-time, so...
Di Francesco. Nice ball in. There should have been a foul for Dylan Perez against Matt Bozanovsky. It was called late by Morgan, but paid. Free kick for Western.
I think he's done the right thing there, Jack Morgan. Just letting it run to make sure that Bayou didn't get on the end of it because he didn't want to slow down the attack if he got onto the ball. But again, good opportunity here. Good delivery is needed. There's a spray again. A couple of times in the last few minutes.
Whipped in. Nice ball to the far post. And that was a good opportunity for Western United. Nicholas Milanovic at the far post. Was it making the run?
He did, I think he was. Great ball in by Dizelle. A lot better this time, a lot flatter than the last couple of crosses he's got into the box.
Yeah, very difficult to defend against, but was well defended in the end by Finn Suman with the header. This time it comes to the near post. Topple Stanley was the target again. Could only glance it. Topple Stanley be disappointed he couldn't get more contact on that one. Throw in Western United as we approach half-time. Wellington Phoenix with the advantage. Bayou couldn't control that one. So Wellington Phoenix win it back.
And Fox there, making sure that they peg him in here now. He knows there's not much time left.
Ben Wayne, the goal scorer for the Wellington Phoenix. As we approach half-time in the other game tonight, it's Apia Leichhardt 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. Nice composure on the ball by Duzelle. And that's too long for Bayou.
Markovic just got frustrated there. Didn't need to rush. Had an opportunity to retain it. Be patient.
Di Francesco with the header. Now, Milanovic. Looking for Di Francesco. Gets the header away. Theoharis tried the spectacular. That would have been a difficult one to pull off, Theoharis. Tried the first time ball. Great positioning by Topple Stanley. Gets Western United away again. Theoharis with the ball for Perez this time. Tries the shot from a distance. Blocked.
Wellington defending well. Perez got in a great position there in the half space. Opportunity to have a shot at goal.
1 minute of added time, 1 minute.
1 minute to be added at the end of this entertaining first half of football in this round of 32 clash of the FFA Cup. One more chance here. Milanovic with the shot. Well, saved again. Ollie Sale, a save you'd expect him to make. Needed to be made all the same. But it was sweetly struck from Nicholas Milanovic.
What a great ball in by Ben Collins to find him. Great first touch. Tested out the keeper. That's what you want from your attacking midfielder, getting those half spaces. Unlucky not to put in the corner.
You're right, it was that ball by Collins that created that opportunity. Terrific vision and execution. Theoharis too fancy that time. He might get another chance here. Time almost up in this first half. Here it is, Milanovic. Perez can't control it, and that'll be it in this first half. As Jack Morgan signals the end of an entertaining first 45 here at GMHBA Stadium. The first half which sees the Wellington Phoenix with the advantage over Western United by a goal to nil. Ben Wayne, the goal scorer for Wellington. We'll be back after this short break to have a look at some of the highlights from the first 45. The Isuzu Men's A-League competition on the weekend. Great opportunity for some of these youngsters in this clash.
Both teams unchanged coming out of the half, as well as Zappers.
Wellington scoring their goal down the right-hand side with a terrific delivery from Lewis Fenton, if you've just joined us, and Ben Wayne with the finish from the header. Western United with the balance of possession in that first half, creating some opportunities but not taking advantage.
Stronger start here by Wellington on the front foot. Tele would want them to try and put this game to bed.
Yeah, they don't have a great record in the FFA Cup. And Ufuk Tele spoke to his players before this contest saying that he wants to change that. One win from 7 attempts in this competition. Only made it to the round of 16 on one other occasion.
Be important for them. Obviously, their base is now
in Australia.
So the more games they can get.
Here's Fenton, who set up the first one. Can he do it again? Van Hattem on the edge of the area, can't win it. Falls for Fenton. Suman to Bozanovsky. Now Lewis. And that time it breaks down.
Tough ball there for Fenton, but positive signs here for Phoenix. Starting off really strong. Really pressing Western United. They can't get out of their own half, so message is clear there coming out of Wellington Phoenix. Can we get an early goal in the second half?
Bozanovsky under pressure, does well. Maintains his composure and maintains possession. Here's Ollie Sale. And the ball falls for the Wellington Phoenix with the deflection.
United are going to have to get aggressive. Got to try and get back into this game. Cup football can only be a winner.
Still going with Wellington, the early stages of this second half. Plenty of experience on the bench for the Wellington Phoenix to call on if they need it as well. David Ball, Josh Sotirio amongst them. A very young-looking bench for Western United as well. Ayum Majok, James Sabat, James Doyle, Noah Holmes, Zach Konchanovsky, and Jake Nadolski. So a lot of players with no experience at the senior level for John Aloisi's side tonight.
Opportunity for them to come on and change the game. It's exciting.
Theoharis uses his body there, thought it might have given away a free kick. Referee says play on.
Could see him working and tracking back, supporting his fullback. Been a good battle between those two, Fenton and Theoharis.
And we've just been delivered the sandwich tray here, and it looks like the egg sandwich was not popular with the rest of the press, and we've been left with the egg sandwiches here, so we'll have to stand our distance, keep our social distance from each other, Nick. We've got the leftovers. But thank you to Lucy from Western United for delivering those. Ben Collins. Been promising from Ben Collins from what we've seen so far. His delivery's been good.
He has been.
Here's a chance now. Aju couldn't control it. It was a sharp pass, wasn't it?
It's a great ball into feed. He just overran it.
Jerry Scatadas saw the opening.
Forward pass. Again, Wellington wouldn't be happy with that, giving him a half chance.
Yeah, Aju Bayu just Made the right run, just couldn't control.
John Aloisi would want to see a lot more of that. Getting in behind, being positive. Got to chase the game now.
Here's Topol Stanley. Looks up and not much ahead of him. Now Theoharis presents. And Western United win the throw-in.
Did well, he didn't have much on. Needed to lock it in. Won himself a throw-in. Relieve the pressure.
Dylan Perez playing in that central role tonight as a number 9.
He's looked dangerous when he's got the back 4 nice and high. In this area here now, he's very, very isolated on his own.
Markovic with the throw. Milanovic in a tussle there with Van Hattem. Theoharis tries to win it back. Throw into Wellington Phoenix.
Could have done better there, Theoharis. Did well to win it. Tried to do a turn. Needed to keep it simple. But again, the screening midfielders that Wellington have got, making it very hard for Dylan Perez to get on the ball. Aloisi might have to make some changes, especially in that final third. Try to mix it up a little bit. Put some pressure on Wellington.
Here's Clayton Lewis now. Plays the ball over the top. It's a good one. And the shot over the crossbar. Tell you what, I was waiting for the offside flag to go up, but it stayed down. And once again, it was Ben Wayne who made a terrific run and had a golden opportunity to double the advantage for the Knicks.
Again, great run. Bent his run clearly onside, and Ben Collins didn't give it up. Got a great toe in right at the end. Good signs again from Wellington Phoenix. Being patient. Looking for that little ball over the top.
Here's Lewis. Pozanovsky tried to keep it in. It was a tough one. Too much on it from Lewis, who was involved in the build-up play for that first goal.
Here we go again. High press.
Collins.
Oh, it's done really well.
Nice forward, positive pass again. Now Bayou.
Been slightly off. It's always just getting caught underneath his foot. The intent's right. He's just got to get a little bit cleaner on the ball.
Di Francesco plays it across. Been impressive, the youngster. Here's Markovic. Some work for Di Francesco to do there. Just holds off his defender. And the ball played out by Ryan Scott. Safety first from the Western United keeper.
Did well, saw the danger. Topol Stanley getting caught over the top. Came out to support his centre half.
Here's Louis Fenton. Already credited with 1 assist as Hayden Fox looks on. Checks his notebook, and Western United preparing to make their first substitution of the evening.
Looks like Dylan's moved out to the right. He's gone central. Could be the first change there. Young Bayou. Not had the best games today, but again, good opportunity for him.
Fenton shows Theoharis a clean pair of heels. Pennington. Perso to Lewis. They switch the play nicely. Stretching Western United. Wayne again. Almost with another opportunity for a header. Good delivery again from the wide areas from Ulfuk Tele's side.
This time in reverse, this time on the left-hand side, but again from patient build-up. Moving the ball around, getting it out wide to their fullbacks who are getting themselves forward. And another great cross in. Just a little bit too high.
It's been a great start to the second half for Wellington. Western United with some work to do to get back into this contest. Short corner this time. Wayne. Lewis. Great ball in. Headed away by Collins. Was there a foul on Skatardis? Yes, says Jack Morgan, the referee. So, some temporary relief here for John Aloisi's side.
See Hayden Fox on the bench there, getting someone prepared, giving them the final instructions. What we like about the cup game. Got to get a result. 56 minutes in. John Aloisi's definitely ready to mix it up a little bit, especially in that final third.
Topple Stanley will sweep up. Scott can't keep it in play. So Western United almost ready to make their first substitution. Ayum Majok is wearing the number 29. And James Sabat looks like it might be the one who will be coming on.
I think 39 might be coming on. James Sabat. We'll see now the substitution.
Substitution for Western United coming off the pitch, number 55, Daniel Di Francesco, replaced by number 39, Sabat James.
So Di Francesco is the one to come off, and Sabat James coming on. Di Francesco, first opportunity at senior level. He was pretty impressive.
Mate, he's done extremely well. First half, I thought he was solid. Got himself forward, involved in the play. Great experience for the young man. Looks like Bayou's gone out to right back now.
And he can make a pizza too, I'm told. Young Di Francesco, just like his old man.
Thea Harris has moved across. Still on the left, yep.
So the first tactical change executed for Western United. Here's Bozanovsky, the Melbourne Victory player, on loan at Wellington. Nice ball. Van Haddam dispossessed. Here's the substitute. Just couldn't control it. Sabat James. And the offside flag goes up. As you said, Nick, a tactical change as well. Dylan Perez now playing out on the right-hand side.
Dylan got frustrated there. The first ball didn't get played to him. It didn't come back into onside position, and that ball got played down the line. You have to be a bit more disciplined. Don't give up on the play. Be interesting to see him now more in his natural position on the right wing. It's Western United now pressing, putting Phoenix under pressure.
Fenton with the throw. Topple Stanley. He's been everywhere for Western United tonight. He'll be enjoying the cut and thrust of this cup contest, Nikolai Topple Stanley. Bayou playing it in. Milanovic couldn't control it.
Great player to have next to young Ben Collins. Experience, both left-sided centre halves. Give the youngster confidence, having a strong leader next to him.
Here he is, Collins. Played, of course, in the NPL competition with Northcote. This time on the right foot, couldn't find his pass. That's what happens when you give someone a rap in commentary.
Commentary, yeah.
No movement on the Wellington Phoenix bench just yet. Ufuk-Talay pretty happy with proceedings as we tick over the hour mark. His side, as it sits, will play Avondale in the round of 16. That's for a spot in the quarterfinals. That game scheduled to take place next Tuesday night. Venue to be confirmed, but Avondale have played FFA Cup fixtures before at ABD Stadium, Hume City's ground, so likely to be at that venue.
Yeah, they play that ground well. Avondale do like playing out of ABD Stadium, so
their home venue is Avenger Park, and that's not quite up to standard for lighting, etc. So likely to head back out to Hume, a wonderful FFA Cup venue over the years. Here's Dylan Perez, who does well to get around his defender but can't keep the ball in play.
well defended there with the Phoenix. First time we really got to see Dylan stretch those legs and get his pace in behind. We're wanting to see more of that if they're going to break down this defence.
There's the Western Service crew trying to get their team back into this contest. Ollie Sales' clearance was not the best, so turns over possession. Bayu switched positions now at right back. Wellington continuing to press. Collins confident enough to try and play the ball out. Now they retreat, Wellington.
They're a disciplined side. Moved out well. All three lines very compact.
Here's Perez.
What he does best when he runs at people.
Forced to go back. No foul. And they might have a chance now on the counter. The goal scorer, Ben Wayne, with a few to beat. What's he got in his locker? He shoots. Not far off. Not far off at all. Terrific from the young striker again. Made himself some space. Got onto his right. And just pulled his shot wide of the post.
Tell you what, I thought that was offside. Looking at it from here, you see John Aloisi on the bench. Very animated. Beat the offside trap. Did well one-on-one. Should have at least hit the target. At least tested out Scott.
Here they come again. And that one's an easy take for the Western United goalkeeper. Ryan Scott tonight getting his first start of the season.
It's funny, he hasn't had much to do. He has to pick up the ball out of the net.
Giselle to Bayu. Now Topple Stanley will try and find a pass. Here's Delabor Markovic, former Victory player, to another former Victory man in Theoharis. Now Skatatis to Bayu. Now here's some room for Jerry Skatatis. Christian Theoharis has three to beat in front of him. Couldn't find a teammate.
There it is again. That final ball, getting it out wide and then just not making a decision. Too slow.
Well done by Topple Stanley to win it back. Again, that final pass. Giselle this time couldn't find his range. And it breaks down in that final third for John Aloisi's side. Here's a change for the Wellington Phoenix, their first of the evening.
Looks like Sam Sutton could be coming on.
Substitution for Wellington Phoenix will be off the pitch. Number 31, Curtis Fogg, replaced by number 19, Sam Sutton.
So Sam Sutton gets his opportunity with 25 minutes to play.
Like for like change. Getting Western United to get something out of this game. That final ball needs to be a lot better. A little bit quicker as well. As soon as Phoenix get their men behind the ball, very compact, very hard to break down.
Keeping you up to date with scores from around the grounds in the other FFA Cup fixture tonight on 10 play. It's Apia Leichhardt 2, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. So we could have the first big cup set of this season's FFA Cup.
Proud Sydney club, Apia Leichhardt.
Did knock off Melbourne Victory a few seasons ago in the FFA Cup as well. A former NSL club. Here's Western United now with an opportunity. Sabat James with the ball to Theoharis inside the 18-yard box. What's he got? Christian Theoharis, 2 in front of him. Skatardis, great idea, but Wellington with plenty of numbers inside that 18-yard box, and they try and counter again. Scott read the danger that time and played it as a sweeper as Ben Wayne made the run.
He's done extremely well there, Scott. He saw the run from Ben Wayne. Good ball in behind. Doing what you'd want from your goalkeeper. Reading, staying involved in the game, concentrating. Because like we said, he hasn't had much to do, but when he has to, he's picked the right moments. So good on him to.
This game's still very much in the balance. It's a slender advantage for the Wellington Phoenix. Just as we saw Western United dominate the opening stages of the first half and not capitalise, Ufuk-Talay will be well aware that his team is dominating proceedings here, but they still only have that narrow lead. Anything can happen.
Correct, and you can see Western United now starting to get on top. Ufuk-Talay might be going to one of his experienced players.
Terrific ball by Topple Stanley. Can Perez keep it in? He's quick. Not quite quick enough. He did get the touch on it, but it was difficult at full pace when you're running at that speed, Nick.
Correct. Great ball by Topple Stanley. Just wanted that to stay in. But again, Western United using that right-hand side, and it looks like Josh Sotirio coming on.
Substitution for Wellington Phoenix.
Well, there's a handy player to be able to call on. Josh Sotirio, plenty of experience in the A-League over the years. A proven goal scorer as well. And that's an attacking move by Ufuk-Talay.
It is. I think he can sense that Western United are opening up a little bit, getting isolated at the back, having his pace and his eye for goal. I think he can sense there's going to be an opportunity for him.
Here's Theoharis. He's got great strength, hasn't he, Christian Theoharis? He
Very strong boy.
fends players off with ease.
That low centre of gravity. Knows how to use his body.
Bayou.
He's grown into the game since he's gone out the right back, getting more involved, coming from deeper.
Collins, what a terrific pass by Ben Collins, and that's great defending from the Wellington Phoenix on the last line of defence.
Sam Sutton, who just came on, fresh pair of legs.
Look at this ball from Collins. He got a terrific challenge in there, Sutton. You well picked it. His first touch of the game, and it was a vital one. Corner kick for Western United. Topple Stanley the target. Collins is also there. He gets his head on it. That's an easy one for Ollie Sale. Yeah, they're starting to mount a challenge, John Eloisi's side. They sense it on the bench. Hayden Fox up on his feet. We're set for a fascinating last 20 minutes here at GMHBA Stadium. Perfect conditions for football. Young players on both sides, including this young man, Sabit James. To Bayou.
Compact defence. Wellington Phoenix making it hard for Western United to move the ball quickly. And here John Aloisi urging the guys to go forward with their passes. Again, Collins, great ball in.
James, just a bit heavy. Right idea. Saw the run from Dylan Perez.
Great turn. Great ball. Just overhit it. Dylan, or someone's gone down here. Zappers.
Yeah, Ufuk looking like he'll go to his bench once again. Looks like a substitution will be made. Luca Perso.
Both benches having opportunities to talk to some players. John Aloisi talking to his team, giving their final instructions.
Substitution for Wellington Phoenix coming off the pitch, number 12, Luca Russo, replaced by number 9, David Ball.
And once again, Ufuk bringing on plenty of experience. David Ball, striker.
Again, it's showing his intent. He does want to win this game. Bring on two of his most experienced players off the bench.
Yeah, both capable of scoring goals. Signed his first professional contract with Manchester City, David Ball, before being loaned out to Swindon Town.
Oh, well done there by Ryan Scott. Again, seeing the danger. Patient build-up here by Western United. Trying to create that opening. We're always looking for that ball in between lines.
What's impressed me about Ben Collins is his passing range. He always looks to play that piercing pass that breaks the lines. He's done it on several occasions tonight.
He has, and he's done it again.
There it is there. Skatadis. James couldn't get there. Here's Skatadis again. Markovic. Skatadis thought about going left. Changes his mind, switches plays. Collins. Here's Adubayu. Now Dylan Perez.
Wellington Phoenix plugging those holes.
Here's Collins again. Lively ball. No opportunity of the shot. Well saved by Ollie Sale. Milanovic got enough on it. And it needed the best from the goalkeeper.
And it was deflected as well. There's Zappers. Great save by Sale. Adjusting his feet right at the end. But again, it's Ben Collins breaking the line. Great little caress ball there into the striker's feet. Great save again.
Yeah, it did take that deflection. It required an adjustment from the Wellington Phoenix keeper, and he was equal to the task. Here's a corner kick. Played at the near post. Ben Wayne with the header away that time. James, Topple Stanley, loose in the area. Wellington eventually get it away. Now, United retreat in numbers.
Again, Sale coming up big when he's needed. Pull off some great saves tonight. Keep his team in front.
Yeah, after almost a calamitous error in the first half. Almost cost them a goal. Wellington come forward in numbers now. Here's David Ball with his first touch. Plays a nice pass in, creating another opportunity for Wayne. Takes a deflection. And the goal scorer almost doubled his tally. And that of the Phoenix, that would have made it very difficult for Western United. Corner kick for the Phoenix.
Definitely going to see a lot more of those opportunities now as Western United throw numbers forward. Transition moments for Wellington Phoenix are going to be a lot stronger.
Nikolai Stanley just did enough. His body positioning was just in the right space at the right time.
Just experience as Zappa's getting in the line of the shot, knowing where the youngster was going to aim for the bottom corner. He just put his body, didn't turn his back, stood nice and strong.
Corner to the far post this time, headed away by Markovic. James in front position, the substitute. Markovic nowhere to go, wants the foul and he'll get it.
First yellow card going to Ben Auld.
Moving along quickly. Duzel out to Aju Bayu.
Didn't see the run of Dylan Perez there.
Perez letting him know about it as well. He'll have another opportunity here, Bayu. Plays a short one inside. Now Delabor Markovic. Well defended by Sotirio. No option to get through. Somehow he finds Theoharis though. Christian Theoharis tries to cross it in. It took a deflection. Back off Theoharis. And Wellington win ball back.
We need to see more of that. He did that well in the first 20 minutes of the first half. Created those openings. A lot better signs there by Theoharis. He needs to keep doing that if his team wants to get back into this game. Great feet. Made up his mind. Unlucky there to deflect.
Really unlucky. Normally you'd win the corner in that situation. So, Wellington Phoenix well positioned to advance. John Eloisi's side with some work to do. Offside flag goes up. Grandstand finish set here and also at the other FFA Cup tie tonight. Apia Leichhardt 2, Western Sydney 1. About 10 minutes remaining there as well. Both games you can see on 10 play. As our FFA Cup coverage continues. This is a round of 32 clash. Western United winning the right to be here tonight after that playoff against the Newcastle Jets. Can they find an equaliser? James does well to keep the ball in play. Fights it hard. He wanted the corner kick. I thought first look it might have been.
So did I there. I thought he went through his legs.
Jack Morgan says no, that's a goal kick to the Wellington Phoenix.
Wellington Phoenix slowing the game down now where they can. Sale uses his experience.
Avondale await the winner of this contest next Tuesday night in the round of 16. And both these teams in action on the weekend in the Isuzu Ute Men's A-League competition. Wellington on Friday night against the Jets. And Western United taking on Brisbane right here at GMHBA Stadium on Saturday. Here they come. Theoharis tries the shot this time. Thought he might catch the goalkeeper off guard. Wasn't a bad idea.
Look, he took the chance early. They had runners this time in the box. So if he lifted his head up, the first time they had 3 or 4 boys in the box. Again, decision making that final third. Look, he's tested the keeper. You can't ask for more than that, but he lifted his head up there. They had the numbers in the box.
Plenty of encouraging signs, though, for Christian Theoharis, well, he's got a lot of fans in the A-League. Would love to see him do well this season. His first outing tonight in a long time. Here's the Knicks now, going forward again, looking for a second. They'll win the throw-in, the corner kick, I should say.
Corner kick. Last touch off Ben Collins there. See, Wellington Phoenix not in a rush to take this corner.
Ben Old doing well down that left-hand side.
He was their strongest player in the first half. A lot of the things that they created were on the left-hand side. Got involved a fair bit. Gave them that spark they needed to get into the game. For the first 20 minutes, Western United were dominating.
Ben Wayne, one of the goal scorers tonight, the goal scorer tonight. David Ball, Josh Sotirio coming on as substitutes, all capable of scoring for the Knicks to put this one beyond doubt. Fuktale making plenty of changes, attacking changes to finish this game off, but they haven't quite been able to manage to do it just yet. Here's Markovic. Again, the execution letting them down.
Sale making sure this time with the ball running back into his box. Doesn't want to take any risks.
One of the youngest squads in the Isuzu Ute A-League competition this year, the Wellington Phoenix. Average age of 24.
Oh, great feat there by Bayou.
There's a bit of techers for you from Matthew Bayou.
Confidence out of defence.
On the last line of defence. He'll save that one for the highlights reel. They need the end product now at the other end of the park. Skatardis.
Again, Wellington Phoenix, look at those
Giselle,
two blocks.
yeah, and Bayou. Good structure from Wellington, tough to break down. Bayou sees nothing ahead, forced to go back. The 4-4-2 right in front of him. Well done. The defender, Ben Collins, thought he'd take matters into his own hands and skip through one line and took a shot on the left. Here it is. Have a look at this. Oop.
Great
There
feat.
we go.
Great feat. Well done.
It won't mean much to him if they can't find an equaliser, though. Collins, so strong, so desperate to win the ball. Might have found someone here, John Eloisi. Ben Collins, he'd come and step in and do a job at centre back, no problem.
Mate, he's been great. He's been positive. He's attacked the ball when he's needed to. He's started off a lot of the good moves going forward for Western United, playing those balls in between lines. So, great performance from the young man.
Here he is again. Left-sided centre-back too.
Yeah, he's a left-sided centre-half.
Which is always handy to have at your disposal. Here's
Great touch.
A terrific ball for Dylan Perez, who hits the side netting. Now he's not happy.
Jack Morgan's overruled him.
He thought it was a corner kick. It took a deflection. The assistant on the far side said goal kick. Jack Morgan saw something, and he's overruled his assistant here, and perhaps it took the last touch off Bozanovsky.
He did. Jack Morgan handled that well.
So corner kick. Is this the lifeline they need? Handball was the claim from Western United after that header from Nicholas Milanovic. Jack Morgan was right on the spot. He said no.
Waved away straight away. Discussion here, I'm not sure what.
Now the assistant is having a chat to Jack Morgan here. Might have seen something. Western United wanted a penalty for a handball. No, the assistant just saying it, just confirming that it's out for a corner.
I think he might have been talking. The Wellington Phoenix boys might have thought that the first cross came out.
Okay.
Outside the ground first.
Here's another corner, this time to the near post. Ollie Sale takes that one uncontested. That's where you need someone making that run at the near post.
Yeah. Getting in front of the keeper's line of sight, making it hard for him.
So not long now for John Aloisi's side, who are finishing strongly, but haven't found that goal they desperately need. Offside flag is up. Western need to move it quickly, and they do.
This is where they've got to get forward now. Throw caution to the wind. Don't let Phoenix get set up.
Markovic just stops. He does exactly what you told him not to do, Nick.
We need to start taking some risks.
Duzel tries to find Milanovic, well read by Old. James for Western United. Skataris. Now Ajibayu. Dylan Perez. Bayu again. Now James. Theoharis. Can they find a gap? Perez tries to play the ball into the penalty spot. There's plenty of Phoenix numbers there, though. They go again. Duzel just clutching at his calf. Looks like he might be cramping up. He's done a lot of work in that midfield tonight. Ajubayu shifted to the right back position. Perez, body on body. No, in the back, said Jack Morgan. Free kick, Wellington.
Sutton defended that extremely well. New Zealand will try and go on the outside of him. Got his body in front of him. Took one for the team. Really good defending there by the substitute.
Well, a couple of minutes remaining for Western United to find that equaliser. Otherwise, they're out of the FFA Cup. And Wellington Phoenix will advance to the round of 16 for just the second time in their history. Advantage played. Free kick for Wellington. Topple Stanley at the near post. That was a tricky one for him to clear. Had to get his body right. Got the interception and put it out for another corner kick to the Phoenix.
Again, good positioning. Ball was going behind him. Yeah, well adjusted there. Topple Stanley.
They had plenty of numbers streaming through too. They'll take plenty of time here, as much as they're allowed, Wellington, as we approach the 90-minute mark.
Only got one man in the box as well there, Zappers. They're holding it in the corner.
Flag stays down. Ball keeps it in play. Has Bayu to beat. Does well. Makes his way to the byline. Plays a terrific pass across the 6-yard area, but nobody there making the run.
Not sure why I'll let that run.
Here they come again. Western United through Theoharis. Plays a great ball out to the right-hand side for Perez. He has to go. Has 3 to beat. Decides to retreat. 4 minutes to be added, so time enough for Western United.
Move it across to this side here.
Collins tries to find that piercing pass again. This time the Knicks had too many numbers. Free kick, advantage paid. Because the advantage was paid, they lost the opportunity. So United get the ball back. Ufuk Tale not happy at all.
Ben Wayne ran out of legs there. Try to transition.
If they score from this, expect the veins from Ufuk-Tele's neck to burst.
He's letting the fourth official know.
Here's Topple Stanley. Plays the ball out to the far side. And once again, it just breaks down.
Don't think Dylan was expecting that ball to get through to him. Topple Stanley again. Diagonal ball.
Now there'll be plenty of loyal Wellington Phoenix fans watching across in New Zealand tonight. Not long to go. Can they make it through to the round of 16 to face Avondale, a powerhouse in Victorian NPL football? It'll be no easy task. There they are, the Knicks fans who've made the trip down to Geelong tonight. Well worth it. They're loving every moment. Here are United with one last chance perhaps. Thea Harris pulls the trigger early. Once again, a wall of yellow and black in the way, and that'll be a yellow card to Nikolai Topple Stanley, and precious seconds being soaked up now.
Topple Stanley had to do it. Ball's first touch was great. He's already had beaten him. Experience there by ball going down. He's been unlucky to get a yellow card though. Going away from danger. But again, Sale's done this well. Slowed the game down. Taking his time.
Short turnaround for Wellington. They have another fixture on Friday night against the Newcastle Jets in Newcastle in the Isuzu Ute A-League. Western United in action back here in Geelong on Saturday against Brisbane. Here's Adu Bayu. Just over a minute remaining. This is last chance saloon now for John Aloisi's side. Topple Stanley. Thea Harris tried to turn. He had no space to move though.
Needed to get that ball out wide. Try to turn blind.
Wellington playing a high line here. James makes the run. That's ignored. Just the long ball forward now. It was hidden hope. And that's not going to work. Wellington too organised for that. Ball. Can't keep it in play.
The last chance here for Western United. Get the ball forward.
30 seconds on the clock. And then we're at the behest of Jack Morgan, the referee. Oh, dangerous ball in by Collins. Bayu just got there. They need to move it quickly. Look at the organisation. The numbers back. Everyone behind the ball from Wellington. Bayu.
Last chance here. Get it.
Topple Stanley plays it into the area. James was there. Not close enough. Milanovic tries to win front position. Keeps it in play. They need to get it into the area. Well done, Milanovic. Thea Harris protects the ball. Markovic. Topple Stanley. And there it is, the whistle. Wellington Phoenix have done enough. They are through to the next round. The round of 16 of the FFA Cup for just the second time in their history. With a huge win against Western United in Geelong. They worked hard after that terrific first goal by Ben Wayne. And they've earned the right to play Avondale in the round of 16 next Tuesday night, full time here at GMHBA Stadium. It's Western United 0, Wellington Phoenix 1. Nick Tolios, a really well executed game strategy from Ufuk-Tele and his side.
It was very compact, very strong defensively. Picked their moments when to go forward. Were patient when they needed to be patient, when we saw in the goal. And I think they just defended well in the second half. Really made it hard for West United to break them down.
Two very young sides here on display tonight. Some positives for both teams. We saw some youngsters from Western United get their first opportunity, as we did from the Wellington Phoenix. Ollie Sale called into action a couple of times, made some really important saves. And there'll be a happy drive down the highway for those Wellington Phoenix fans who've made their way to Geelong this evening. Ben Wayne, one of the rising stars of the Wellington Phoenix side, took his chance brilliantly.
Well, he only had that one chance, Zappers, and he took it really well. Got up high. Again, credit for Fenton getting that early ball in. Great delivery and a great header.
Here are the stats, similar to the first half where Western United did have the majority of possession. As I said, Ollie Sale made a couple of saves in both halves, but they didn't really create really strong, clear-cut opportunities. They were more half chances, weren't they, for Western United?
They were. Half chances. Didn't really test him out. Everything was pretty close to him, apart from that deflected shot in the second half where he adjusted really well to palm it around the post. So, again, a lot of opportunities.
Well, Wellington Phoenix players going over to the fans to celebrate. We hope you enjoyed that round of 32 contest here at GMHBA Stadium. The Knicks are through to the round of 16. From me, Michael Zapponi, and Nick Tolias, it's goodbye for now.